Hi, everybody. Welcome to Lake County Sentinel Entertainment Extra Beyond the Gates recap. Today we have the recap of week 23. And, a lot happened this week. First, I want to apologize for my voice. I have, you know, uh, just I think allergies and stuff like that this week, has been playing a little bit with my vocal cords. So want to apologize for that to start out. We're at a special time today, 4:30, and that's because we had I had a wake to go to. One of my son's good friends um, passed away last Sunday. And he was only 22. His name was Evan Petway. He was a great young man, and he passed away unexpectedly, suddenly. And so we had to go to his service. But so that's why we're late today. But, there's a lot going on with Gates. We had a lot of just a lot of stuff this week, and different things that were going on this week. A lot of stuff has been come out in the open the last couple weeks, few weeks on the show. Ever since the Martin secret, people aren't who they appear to be, or maybe they are who they appear to be, but not exactly what we thought they were. Let's start with the people from the, a lot of people involved in the Martin situation. It's really not Martin's situation either. It's, Vernon was involved in this. He was there too. So just as much Martin as just as much Vernon as Martin. But also, so we're seeing a little different side. I didn't see a lot of him before. He's not a main cast member, but we're seeing a different side of Elon Hawthorne, Jacob's dad, the police chief. And, him and Jacob had a very interesting interaction and meeting the other day on the show, or in Joey's casino, and he basically told him, as his son, he'll protect him forever, but as a cop, he's drawing the line because he's the chief, and pretty much made it clear to him that he's not gonna let Jacob talk like he's a dirty cop when he kind of covered up for Danny and Nicole. So that was pretty interesting there. But the week began as, the Articulate concert ended. It was great. Anita and, the girls did their concert, their reunion concert. It was really good. I thought the show did that really well. And I love how they honored the fourth Articulate, Barbara Mitchell, and how Anita got Andre to do the video of Barbara. And that was very good. It was very good. And it's great that her two her two group mates are going to be going on tour now, and maybe Anita will join them, maybe not, but I think that that's great that Anita's past She apologized. She took responsibility for what happened to Barbara, saying she caused it. So I thought that was great. It was a poignant moment of the show. I like the word poignant. But I thought it was a great. I love how they did the concert. The whole family was there. It just was really good. Smitty and Martin were there together with the kids. Well, they weren't together with the kids, but they were there with the kids. And then they actually were. Smitty brought the kids home, and then he joined Martin at the after party. So that was good. There's signs here that Martin and Smitty will get back together. I think they will. But so as for Ted and Nicole, I don't know. I like how in the preview it showed Ted having lunch with Anita and Vernon, and they just flat out said to Ted, "You got to fight for her." And so I like that. I think they will end up. They'll probably end up back together. It might take a while, but I think they'll end up back together. And who knows with Danny and Bill? Because when Bill finds out that Haley lied, and she lied, she was never pregnant. She compounded her lie by lying today further to she lied further to Bill, and then she lied to Naomi saying she was pregnant, but then she lost. No, she didn't. She didn't lose it. It was never a baby. Haley's a scoundrel. We knew that from the beginning of the show, from the first day of the show. But she's going to be around. Haley's going to be around. She's going to be a troublemaker for a long, long time, I think. I would be very surprised if she leaves Fairmount Crest once Bill dumps her, which he's going to. The Joey, Doug, Vanessa storyline is very interesting storyline. Joey's your typical soap opera mob boss. I guess we can't say mob because I don't know if there's more than just a casino, but there is. And Doug, I don't know. Doug is just Doug's very emotional. Doug is more emotional than his wife, Vanessa. She's a pretty clear thinker. Vanessa knows what she wants, and she goes and gets it. She pretty much put Doug in line. But now Doug, meeting with Joey's old henchman, his friend from when they were young, wanting to, I don't know. First he said murder, but then he walked that back. He wants him to torture him. I don't know why he wants him to torture him. But the henchman seems to think, and I can't remember his name, sorry, seems to think that they got a one-up on Joey because the car's bugged, but Joey will probably get rid of the bug now. So that's, I can't stand Joey, but of course you're not supposed to. You're supposed to hate him. He's a mobster. He's evil. And I'm hoping that they can get rid of him at some point, maybe, but they probably won't. He's probably on there long term too. Although you don't know how long will John Lindstrom stay. He's been on pretty much every soap on television, and how long will he stay on this one? So he could get killed off at any time. But The Danny, Andre, Ashley, Derek storyline. She pretty much gave Derek the heave ho again today. She's a witch. I'm sorry. Hey, Ashley is a 100% witch. She is a whiny little baby. And I'm going to say it again. I've said it every week, pretty much since the first show that we did. I wish that they would have the character of Ashley just drive off a cliff and put the rest of us out of our misery from having to see her whine on a daily basis. She is, I think, one of the top 10 most annoying soap opera characters I have ever seen. I mean, I never thought somebody would be more annoying than Pam Ewing, played by Victoria Principal on Dallas, and more selfish. But Ashley is. She is definitely. God, her whining, I can't handle it. Please get rid of her. Write her off the show. You know, it's annoying to watch. I hate when scenes with her come on because the character is just annoying. So I've said it again. So I've made my case clear where I stand with Ashley, and I wish she would go away. But, Derek's a good guy. He pretty much told Shanice that was nothing was going to go on with them. I think she told him that too. So I don't know what they're going to do with Derek now. They'll find somebody for Derek. They will. But Ashley, Danny, Andre, right at the end today, the whiny little Ashley saw Andre kissing Danny, and I think that if that doesn't show her that Andre is going to let her down and hurt her, then you know what? Nothing will. Maybe that'll drive her car off a cliff. I wouldn't mind that. I just want to see the body at the bottom of the cliff because I don't want no chance of bringing her back at some point if they need a whiner on the show, because that's what she is. I'm just so sick of her. Oh my gosh. But Danny and Andre are really good together. They are very good together. Kara Mosley, she's really good. I don't know if Sean Freeman. I mean, he's they always talk about how he's going to leave town, but he's a main focus of this show. I don't see him leaving town, and I think that what we got is Danny. I don't know. She'll probably break his heart if Bill leaves Haley and she goes back to Bill, because I think that's what eventually is going to happen. But, Bill's going to, if Bill did leave Haley and go back to Danny, he's going to cheat on her again. There's going to be somebody else. But we're getting ahead of ourselves here. But I like the chemistry between Danny and Andre. I really do. But interesting in the preview when they showed Dana/Leslie opening her door, and has her mom arrived? I have a feeling her mom has arrived. Either her mom, because we couldn't see her face, or was it Eva's real mom? Because I still think that the DNA tests were faked, and that Eva is not her daughter. I really believe that. So it's one of two things. That was either Danny / Leslie's mom, or it was Eva's real mother. Because I think she's lying. I put nothing past her. Nothing. So, that's going to be very interesting to see what that's about. Or when Danny finds out, and Danny will find out from, she's either going to find out she'll probably find out from Naomi that she's probably going to find out from Naomi that the pregnancy was fake. Naomi's not giving up on this shit. She's not. And eventually she will tell Bill. Of course, Bill will be mad at her for hiding it. That kind of thing, happens in soap operas too, because it creates more trouble. But I think that, I still think there's going to be something happen with Tomas and Ava. They showed some previews at the end. Kat is ice cold. She's an ice cold snob. And Thomas doesn't fit with her. He just doesn't. So, I don't know. Kat's probably my second least favorite character on the show, after Ashley, but that's such a huge gap. I mean, Ashley's just annoying. Kat is annoying because she's a witch. She's a spoiled witch. But I still think Tomas ends up with Ava in some capacity. And good for him and good for Ava, because Kat deserves a little pain, because she's just not a nice person. Her telling Eva and Leslie to get out before she does something about it from the after party. Give me a break. You mean before you pay somebody else to make them leave? I mean, come on. Kat has a lot of talk. I can't wait until somehow it comes out that she was under that bed that day when Tomas was borrowing that book from Ava, and that she stole the motorcycle helmet. Yeah. That is going to be great. That is going to be so great when she gets charged with something, because she's a witch. Kat is a witch. I have to give credit to Colby Muhammad, because she does a great job as Kat. She really does. But I think that really that Tomas and Eva will end up together. We didn't see a lot from them this week, but we did see quite a bit of Eva just because of the Articulates concert and the trouble that Leslie tried to cause there. Come on. Now, Eva has to score some points with the Duprees, because she did try to keep her mom in check. She'll never score any points with Kat. She won't, because Kat's a witch. And Kat doesn't want someone else taking her daddy time away. So, she's never going to forgive Ava, even though Ava was just a pawn of Leslie. When are people going to realize that? And they do. Some of them do. When are people going to realize Ava had no idea? Ted hadn't. When's Ava going to realize? When are people going to realize that Ava had no idea that Ted didn't know that she existed? She thought Ted knew about her. and he didn't. So that's another thing right there. You know, Eva, she's a victim as much as anybody. Kat's not a victim. Kat is a troublemaker. Kat is a troublemaker. And Eva's definitely the more likable of the two. But you know what? Ted and Nicole raised a couple snobs because Martin, let's face it, Martin's kind of a snob too. Martin thinks he's, I don't know, he's okay with lying and covering things up. But boy, he sure don't want anybody else to do it. You know, and you know, I don't blame Smitty for being mad. I think Smitty and him will get back together. But I'm interested to see some of the other storylines that involve Anita and Vernon coming up, because they got to give them some more storylines. They can't just, the Articulates and the Martin thing can't be the only ones. I want to see more. I want those two. Oh, excuse me. I want to see those two front and center a lot. You know, I really do. Because they're great actors and actresses. You know, Clifford Davis and Tamara Toomey. They're great actors and actresses and play their characters so well. They fit their characters perfectly. They really do. Wasn't Clifton Davis always meant to play a character like Vernon Dupree? He really was. He really was. Even from the That's My Mama days, he definitely was. So, and Tamara Toomey, she's just class, right? So she's perfect as Anita. So, but I think we're going to find, you know, things are going to keep happening. That's what I love about this show. It moves fast. It's not boring. It doesn't take forever. They don't repeat things over and over again. Something doesn't happen, and then the next 5 scenes are other people talking about it. Like the Bold and the Beautiful and Young and Restless do. Well, I don't watch Young and Restless, but I watch Bold and the Beautiful. I started watching Bold and the Beautiful. I've gotten used to it, but they do repeat things over and over again. Like they have to educate the viewer. No, we're watching. We know what's going on. We know what happened. But Beyond the Gates does not do that. They don't. They don't feel like they have to educate the viewer. They just have new stuff all the time. Storylines are shorter, and that's great. I love that. I love the shorter storylines. And so, you know, there's going to be more excitement to come on Gates, and I can't wait. So we'll be back with you next week, hopefully at 3 o'clock. I'm hoping at 3 o'clock next week, get back to our normal time. But I hope you'll tune in. I hope you tell your friends who watch it to tune in, because I love talking about soap operas. We talked about that in the past, that I'm a soap opera kid from way back in the 70s. And I really, I just love talking about this soap opera. And, you know, we'll continue to talk about it. And hopefully more and more people will watch. Coming up soon, we're going to switch channels on Twitter, and we're going to stream on our Lake County Sentinel Entertainment Twitter, which will be LC Sentinel ENT. That's coming up soon. But we won't leave you high and dry. We'll keep it on this one for a bit too, and then we'll eventually completely switch to that. And we might also stream on the Lake County Sentinel main Twitter, which is LC Sentinel.com. That's our original Twitter from I don't know how many years ago. It's quite a ways back. But so you know what? Next week we'll see you, hopefully. And until then, you know, maybe I'll see you. Maybe I'll see you around somewhere in Fairmount Crest.